Hi, I'd like to make a few comments about Chapter 4 on sustainability and the environment and innovation. And I want to relate them to project work. I was lucky enough to work on a whole bunch of global projects. And one of the first steps we ever took was to scan the environment to see what was happening. We would scan the environment externally to the forces of political, economic, social, climate that impacted in all business, and we would scan the internal environment of the business because there are many competing factors in a business, in a company as large as Shell Oil. We would formally put them down on paper. And I was working with a friend, and that's exactly what he and I did. We created a change plan for him, and in the outer circle, we put all of the forces that were impacting his decision as he went down the change path. So it's a real tool for both personal life and business life. Now, sustainability. A lot of companies will come up with a fancy, schmancy, expensive solution that can't be continued because it's too expensive. Or the folks are first use contractors to carry that out, and then they can't sustain it because they don't have any internally trained personnel. So the second question we always asked ourselves on a project is this change from the status quo to a new vision possible? Can it continue after the project termination date? And number 3, innovation. You know, there's all the talk in the business magazines about innovation this and innovation that. But innovation requires risk-taking and a different attitude about employees and what they can and cannot do. If an organization is risk adverse, it isn't going to be innovative. So you have to weigh the risk against the possible successes and pitfalls of a team working on some innovation. Now, the innovation can be, as the book says, in a product or a service, and I'm most familiar with innovation in work processes, that we're going to eliminate this step, eliminate that step. 3 people that were doing the same thing will now merge into one unit to do the same thing in one particular place. And they often result in loss of people. So if you're in an organization and you hear about squeezing the waste out of the system, beware, they might consider you the waste. I hope you enjoyed this week of self-directed learning and a little bit of facilitation on my part. Keep up the work on your discussions around your reports. Next time you hear me, I'll be in Hays.